my god, the rain is making it look like there's a filter on here. I like this. I didn't want to write anymore, so I'm just gonna take a video of this. But the like original reason I wanted to create Bloom from Your Womb when I was pregnant with my second was like, wow, I'm learning how much my mind kept me in a mental prison with my first pregnancy. I think particularly whenever you're thrown into pregnancy, because the second you read that positive test, like, you're in it. You don't have a lapse time. You can't have that one last drink. It's like, wow, shit's real. And I think that's the difference between like mothers and fathers particularly. Or even just like the birthing person and the non-birthing person. And particularly for people with unexpected pregnancies like I had. And I was also relatively young. I was 23 when I got pregnant, and then 24 when I gave birth with my first. Unexpected. Had been with my husband, now husband, then for like 9 months, and it was like, oh, you're pregnant, here we go, which I do not recommend. It's definitely been a hard journey, but it's I definitely like believe that I procreated with the right person for me, for sure. So thank the Lord, but not everyone. The cars aren't too distracting. Yeah, not everyone is that like lucky. And yeah, I originally put it together when I was pregnant with the second time, because I was just noticing how much my mindset shifts were helping me feel better in pregnancy, but like trusting my body more. My first pregnancy, I had manifested like preeclampsia, and I was just scared the whole pregnancy, and I did not know how to trust my body. And so I just learned a lot in those first 2 pregnancies that I really wanted to share with people, and I wanted to just get it out. Like, there's so much fear around childbirth and pregnancy, especially third-term pregnancy, that we just need more resources in the world for people that are birthing to feel empowered in their bodies and empowered in their birth, because it can be really scary, and it's a time that we need so much support. And yeah, I wanted to be that support. If you don't know, I am a trained postpartum doula. I am not a trained abortion doula, but I have had my own experience with abortion in 2009. I have worked through so many things. So for me personally, I don't feel that I need to be certified as an abortion doula, just because I have been through it so intimately. I've helped numerous friends through it, and I think I have a really good handle on my healing process of the abortion. And I think it's something that's ridden with guilt and shame, and I have just dismissed all of that. Not even dismissed. I've looked at it, I've processed it, and I've like come out the other side being like, actually, I made the best decision for me, my life. I will say it till the day I die. I am so fucking happy that I never have to talk to the dude that got me pregnant first time ever again. I'm so happy. My life would be so dramatic and just not fun. Like, not fun. And I'm in my husband's car, so he has these cute little headrests. Fun fact, when I was in my postpartum rage, see how this one has this and this one doesn't? I ripped off. I was so fucking pissed at him because I'll just be honest, he was late. I had asked him to be home at a certain time and he wasn't. You know, he was like home a few hours later. And I fucking raged out and I ripped his thing off because postpartum rage. Not that that's an excuse either. Like, should he have been hours late? No. Should I have ripped his car seat off? No. Like, both at fault here. I think that's the first time I talked about that, because I used to have a lot of shame around that, but now I don't. Yeah, postpartum rage is a fucking thing. I've had it both times. And I also, like, I think that as a society and as like a what is that word? Like a society of information. Like, we just have to characterize everything and like give a name to everything. Do I think postpartum rage is hormonal? I don't know. I really feel like it's a lot to do with like feeling the unfairness as the birthing person, because you do take on the weight of so much. You've like not only for pregnancy held and grown this human for 10 months, but you've also then you birth, and then you have a whole like minimum year of healing after birth. I just saw a video the other day that was like, actually the postpartum window, there's like new studies that are showing that the effects of pregnancy, birth, and postpartum can last up to like 7 years after birth. I feel like in my own body it's about 18 months. From like 18 months to the 2-year mark, I definitely feel that's where I'm at right now, and I just feel like I'm more integrating into this like new version of myself, because every birth is it's a rebirth. Like, when you give birth to another life, you're giving birth to a new life. Like, in your own life is new. Even if you're giving that kid up for adoption, even if you have a miscarriage, like, you're moving through a new stage of life. And that's a thing too, like, even if you are, even if you had an abortion, even if you had a miscarriage, like, you're still going through a postpartum period. And that's something I don't think anyone talks about, which, as like my role as a childbirth educator, an abortion doula, and as a postpartum doula, I think is so important to talk about it, because when I was 15 years old going through a postpartum period, I had no idea what the fuck was happening to me. I was coping with alcohol. It was really hard. And so again, this like Bloom from Your Womb, the course that I've like made to guide people through pregnancy, birth, and postpartum, is so just like infused with all of the knowledge that I've learned, all of the lessons that I've learned. And it's really powerful too. Like, again, I had preeclampsia the first time. I was shooting for a birth center birth. That didn't happen. I wound up at the hospital. I still had a vaginal delivery with my first, but it was like 24-hour labor. It was intense. It was not what I had envisioned at all. But also at the same time, I kind of manifested that situation through my constant fear and not trusting in my body. So a big part of this course is like showing you how to, not even showing you, it's just like teaching you the lessons I learned that like made it possible for me to trust in my own body. You guys have to see where this is. Hang on, where I'm looking. It's very pretty. It's like sunset. It's solstice, actually. Happy solstice. Longest day of the year, and it is the most like gorgeous colored sky. I really hope. I think so. But again, making it look like I have a filter, so this is great. Not that we need filters, but you know, I don't really put on makeup that much. Sorry, my hair. Okay, get back to it, Rachel. So yeah, I want you, especially if you're pregnant, I want you to feel community. I want you to not feel alone, because I felt alone. I felt like I had no one, and at the time I really didn't have much except for my mom, because I was the first of my friends, I was the first of my family to have a baby, and it was just a path like ridden with struggle. And if I could help even just one person not struggle so much, that would be a dream. But I really want to like get this course to like thousands of pregnant people, because we deserve to like go through childbirth and pregnancy and postpartum with our heads, we're gonna let these cars pass, with our heads held high. And actually, let me put up my, where'd my, did I lose my key? Okay, I'll find it in a minute. Surely, there it is. God, that would have been great. Okay, we're gonna put up this one. As pretty as the water is to here. The cars are not great. And yeah, on, what day is it? What month is it? I'm like, January. No, June 25th. Still not sure on the time. I'm not sure. But June 25th, it's a Sunday. I'm going to do a live on my Patreon, and it's going to be like basically the next module. So if you want to be there for the module, you get to join for, God, I hope I don't misquote this. I think it's like $12 a month. $12 for the month, and then part of that monthly thing is like the live stream. And yeah, it's been a long time like of creating this and adding to it and learning new things. And I think in my postpartum journey now, and I think like where the course is going is like carrying you through, you know, like I said, pregnancy, birth, childhood, your baby's childhood. Yeah. Like, even probably I'll add to it like stuff I've learned with gentle parenting. It's a lot of like healing. Parenting is so much healing. I didn't know that before. Oh my God, no, it's getting very dark. And then also like what I've learned in my marriage and what how we've grown, like the importance of communication. We're still learning. I'm not like, oh, I've learned everything and now we have a perfect marriage. It's like, I don't think any marriage is perfect. And I think you have to be with someone that like really is on your same level with like your growth, and the desire to like stay together and be together and make it last and make a really solid foundation, for your family. That's what I want to say. And you can find more at rainbowrage.com. That's rainbow with 2 W's.